How's all down? We we want to talk about why I love Atari and the reason why I support them all these years, and I still support them. Uh, you know, people are asking me why do you love them so much. The shady company that have done terrible things to gaming, and you shouldn't be a fan of them. Well, that's true. Atari have done terrible things. They have done shady shit. They have lied. But the reason why I support Atari because I love their games. When I was a kid, like I was born in 1979 in Ireland, right? And there was no such thing as video games of any sort in Ireland. You know what I mean? So, I remember 1980, we went to Mosney, which was a holiday camp in Ireland in County Meath, right? Now, this was the only place to go to uh, for people to go on holidays, right? So we went there, right? Now, this is before anyone saw a video game of any sort in Ireland, as far as I'm aware of, you know what I mean? Because uh, in America, now I don't know who invented video games first. Was it the Americans or was it the Japanese? But in Ireland, there was no such thing as a video game until 1980. I'm pretty sure of that. You know what I mean? Um, we so I was born in '79. Now there were Atari games that came out in the '70s: Pong, Night Driver, so forth, Breakout. They came out before I was born. So it's fair to say that Atari existed in the States well before I was born. Okay, which is the truth. And Atari was founded by Nolan Bushnell and Ted Dabney, right? 1972. Okay, that's when Atari was founded by Nolan Bushnell and Ted Dabney, 1972. Right. So before I was even born, Atari was founded and established as an arcade developer. Okay. Now this is before home consoles really existed. Okay. Now the Magnavox Odyssey, I believe, is the first true home game console that had different uh, variation types of games. It was very crude, right? Uh, the screen had overlays for colour and stuff. It was very basic, very crude. But we believe that's where Nolan Bushnell got the idea of a home console. You know, but his designs were far more advanced than what the Magnavox Odyssey had. Okay, but he took that basis of the home console that the Magnavox Odyssey done, and he designed the Atari VCS. Now I'm sure it wasn't just him, but he had the vision of how this thing was going to work and interchangeable cartridges, joysticks. Okay, and he got engineers to design it. You know, he had a vision. So I believe that's how Atari came up with the idea for the Atari 2600, right? The first true home video game console that had better graphics. It could keep score. It had a timer, you know. Whereas the Magnavox Odyssey, it didn't have anything like that. It was like skiing games, basic games, you know. But it was pretty good considering that there was pretty before the Magnavox Odyssey when it came to home consoles. You had Pong, right? But that was built into that was just one game and that was it. So like the Magnavox Odyssey was really the first home console. But not only so Ralph Baer made it, I believe. I think he made the Magnavox Odyssey, right? So the the reason why so I'm getting off track here. So that's now I'm not 100% sure in everything that I'm saying there, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Okay, because I've seen the history of Atari and I've seen the history of the Magnavox Odyssey, and both of them seem to tie in with each other. Right now, people lie and people make up stuff people copy. You know what I mean? That happens in all forms of life. You know, and back in the 70s, there was no such thing as copyright protection as there is now. It was like the Wild West when it came to video games and stuff. That's just the way it was. Things are totally different now. There's contracts. There's like no one can see like if Microsoft was to take Uncharted and put it on their system, to be sued out the ass because Sony don't want that to happen. But it's back in the 70s, people copied each other to have an edge, to make money. It's all about making money. Atari are a company just like any other company, okay? But the reason why I love Atari is because of their games. You know, if it wasn't for, like I said, in 1980, we went to Mosney, County Meath, for holidays. The first video game I ever seen in my life was Space Invaders in the arcade. And I thought it was awesome. Now, for a long time, I thought Atari made that game, but it didn't. It was Taito that actually made the game. But that was the game that got me into it. And I thought this was amazing. And then I started playing Asteroids. Asteroids was the first Atari game I played in the arcade. I thought it was amazing. Brilliant, you know. And then I played Centipede, you know. Awesome. Brilliant, you know what I mean? I just couldn't stop playing it, you know. So, now back then, there was queues at these games to play them, you know, because in Ireland it was like a fucking revolution for Irish people, video games. Now, like I said, in the States they were more used to them, because that's where they originated from. But, sorry, yeah, so 1980 was like the most awesome thing for me anyway, you know. Now, I had brothers and all. Now, they liked it, but they didn't like it as much as I did, you know. But I thought it was awesome, and that's why I love Atari. They have awesome games, you know, and the games they made are timeless classics. They help define genres and games nowadays. In my opinion, like I could play games today, and I could see similarities in these new games that they look graphically better and have sound effects awesome. But the actual concept of these games, I could see similarities between them and the old school Atari games. I just can, you know, because I played Atari games hours on end. I still play them today, like you know, so that's why I love Atari, because I could see the influence of what they did in today's gaming. I just can, you know. I say other people can as well, like, you know. But people my age that grew up with Atari, that played their games, would see these things as well, and that's why Atari are still going. You know, the fact that there's lifelong fans out there like me that stuck with them through thick and thin and bought their stuff regardless. You know, they did shady shit, but we stuck around, and that's why the Atari VCS is gonna be a reality, and it's gonna be a success. You know what I mean? Because when the Indiegogo campaign started, in less than 12 hours they got more than enough money to make this, you know. So yeah, now the haters and the people that don't like this and that are calling it a fake and a scam, you know, they keep saying to me, we get a refund. They're at the fucking scoony there, pal. You just gave them $339 for nothing. You know what I mean? Because there's no proof, there's no demos, and they've lied about their prototype board. That's not their board. They just bought a stock AMD board and they're passing it off as their own. This is what all the haters are telling me. You know what I mean? And why do me and other people like me still support Atari? This is not Atari that you grew up with. This is just a company that is using the Atari name. Okay, that might be true in their opinions, you know what I mean? But in my mind, they're doing the right thing. Yeah, it's a different company, you know what I mean? It's not the same crowd, of course not. But they're using the Atari name, the Atari logo, and they're making the Atari VCS. And in my opinion, I think they're doing everything right. I haven't seen anything that has convinced me that this is a scam. That's just my opinion, okay? I've seen updates, I've seen photographs, I've seen the AMD board, I've seen Centipede running it, you know what I mean? So, I've seen the engineer show us how the joystick is going to work, you know? But then again, people are saying to me, they're just making it look like that's the case. I believe that is true. Call me a fucking idiot, you know? But, we have to wait and see what happens, okay? But, like, that's why, despite Atari going bankrupt more than once, because I grew up with it all, you know? And every time it happened, I was fucking upset, you know? Because I didn't think that Atari would go on as long as they have. You know, because I remember when Atari were the best in the world when it came to video games. And in 1983, just went fucking downhill, really, you know. And every company has a peak that they've done the best, you know. And that was Atari at their best, you know what I mean? Because I remember they were everywhere, you know, and Burger King, Happy Meals and stuff, you know what I mean? Atari everywhere. You know, Tron, remember Tron was a big thing with Atari. Star Wars, you know, everything. It's just awesome, you know. Now Atari will never be that big again. But if the Atari VCS is a huge success, I hope it is, then yeah, but I doubt it, you know. But the fact that Atari is still around and relevant, especially to Atari fans, is fucking awesome, because we're the ones that made that happen with our support and dedication throughout the years. You know, we had no doubt in my mind that when the Atari VCS went on Indiegogo, I knew that they'd get the money they want, because there's so many Atari fans out there, my age, that love Atari and miss Atari, you know, because we're Atari fans. You know, now we love Xbox as well and PlayStation, but we the best for me is Atari. I grew up with Atari, I love Atari, and we'll just hope the Atari VCS comes out and it's a huge success and it puts Atari back at the top of gaming, you know. But the thing is, we have to wait and see what happens, right? But that's why I love Atari, you know, because I remember being in the arcades hours on end. It was fucking Centipede, Pac-Man, everything, you know what I mean? And when the Atari 2600 came out, I mean, it just, everyone wanted to get one, you know, especially in Ireland. Now, I didn't think Irish people would have that sort of reaction to it, but yeah, I was surprised. Well, you know, so yeah, that's it, because the games were fun, basic, anyone could play it. You know, like my mum and dad can play fucking Atari games. You know what I mean? Even back in the day. You know, whereas they think games today are too complicated. You know, that's how they feel about it. But the Xbox, PlayStation, they're all awesome games and features. But we can see Atari's influence. We just can. Now, that's my own opinion. So, well, now I have no. See, no one has 100% proof of what's happening with the Atari VCS. I don't either. I'm just giving my opinions, same as the people that are saying no to this. You know what I mean? So my opinion is, like I've stated it multiple times, I'm going to keep stating it. I believe the Atari VCS is going to come out and it's going to be real. I've seen too much stuff for it not to be fake. You know, what have I seen? People saying, you keep making excuses, you keep bringing stuff up, but there's no concrete evidence to back up your claims. They say there's no demos, there's no nothing, you know. They're saying at least the area had some sort of demo by now. And this thing is launching in 2019. This doesn't add up. You know what I mean? That's what they're saying to me, you know. Well, we think that it's going to take time, okay? That's what we think. You know, we expect delays, you know. I mean, but I hope it's not delayed. I hope it comes out on time. But if there is delays, I can understand why. Things take time. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's the thing. People saying, fellas, people keep saying you're making excuses. Maybe so, but that's what I believe, and that's my opinion. And I'm not going to change my mind until I actually see for myself that someone has an Atari VCS, they plug it in and nothing happens. If I see that, then I agree with the people that are saying no. But the people that are saying no are also bring up the fact you don't need an Atari VCS. All the things you can do on other things. But I want it because I'm an Atari fan, you know. Now some people agree with me, and that's great. And common sense, that's it, But we'll keep fucking running into the people that are saying no and negative, but they're entitled to their opinion, the same as me, to freedom of speech, right? But that's what we believe, you know. Like everyone has a start in gaming, It was a console or a game or whatever that made them into video games, right? But for me, we started off with Atari 1980, Mosney County Mid. That's gone now, unfortunately. It's no longer a holiday camp. They've turned into a fucking refugee centre, So it's a shame, because there's a whole generation of Irish kids that have no idea what Mosney was like, It was awesome, And I remember when it was early 1982, right? We went back to Mosney as usual. We always go there summertime, around June, July, around that time. And we went down there 1982. Now, we got there, and there was this thing called the game room. It was either called the game room or the dark room. I think it was the game room, right? You go in there, it's all dark, and there's holograms, and it looks cool. And you see the Atari poster, right? There was like a big silver Atari logo on the wall. It sort of stuck out at you, sort of like a 3D effect. And when they start up Centipede and the colours go down the oak like that. But something similar. It looked awesome, sticking out because it was so dark. It looked like it was sticking out, which was awesome, And they had the old school monitors, right? 8 of them going down the wall like that, and they had a Atari 2600s plugged into each one, and had a joystick on each one. You were standing up, like, And I remember there's fellas with jackets on them with Atari written on it, And they'd asking people questions like, "What do you think about this game? How does it control? What do you think of the sound and the graphics and all that?" It was fucking awesome. This is their first time to see the Atari 2600, the first home console in Ireland. You know what I mean? We never got the Magnavox Odyssey. The Atari 2600 was the first home console. Okay, before that we had the ZX Spectrum, but that was a computer, a keyboard. This was the first home console Ireland ever got, in early 1982. And it was awesome. Right? And so they had Centipede was the main game that they were showing off. It was awesome. You know what I mean? Now, it wasn't as good as the arcade version. It lacked the graphics, and you couldn't put in your name if you got a high score. But it was fucking awesome, especially for a home console game. The colours and the sound effects were awesome. It had the same gameplay. That's all that mattered, The joystick was pretty cool. But nothing beats the arcade version of Centipede for me. They had so Centipede was the game they were showing off, and I think the other one was Air Sea Battle. Air Sea Battle, 2 yokes like that, and they're shooting up at the planes going past like that. Pretty awesome. But Centipede was the one everyone played, Now, the Atari 2600 was very expensive, and we couldn't afford one. Not until 1986, No, sorry, 85. We got the Atari 2600. We traded in our ZX Spectrum, and we got money off, and we bought it in a shop called Apollo on Moore Street. But that's gone now, that shop. But back then, you could try it. Sorry, like a GameStop. It's called Apollo. You can go in there. It doesn't have to be games. It can be anything. It could be anything electrical, and your man will decide, I'll take 30 quid off the price or whatever. So it was awesome. So yeah, I remember that, and it was awesome. But I also remember the bad times of Atari. Like the Atari 5200. Was huge fucking failure. It was the first time Atari really fucking burned fans. By releasing this big pile of shit with a defective controller, right? And then things went downhill, as everyone knows. They released Pac-Man, which was fucking terrible, on the 2600. E.T., which was even worse. And then the video game crash happened in 1983. But for them few years, 77 to 83, Atari were just on top of the whole fucking world. And rightfully so, because they were awesome, in my opinion. Now, the bad times, the Atari Lynx, the Atari 7800, the Atari Jaguar, I have them all, And so the Atari Jaguar 93 was finished in 96. So now, 20 years waiting, the Atari VCS, we just believe that it's going to come out. And it's going to do well. I hope it does, But I've seen too much. So, I just don't think it's a fake, So we have to wait and see what happens, right? So these are all just my opinions, right? Same way as you fellas are saying now that it's a fake fucking AMD board, it's a fake, there's no gameplay, there's no footage, it's all just lies, right? Use and towards your opinions as well. Until someone gets an Atari VCS for themselves, plugs it in, and actually shows me, But Atari are a company, they're not going to let anything get out there until they're ready to put it out there. They're a company. You understand? They don't want someone potentially making their own fucking VCS. They want to make money. So that's why they're keeping everything sort of under wraps, until the final thing is made. Okay, so that's what I believe. Okay, I've seen the controller, I've seen the joystick in action, I've seen Centipede running on it. The AMD board it exists, Okay, it might be similar to another AMD board, I don't know, but I believe Atari pay AMD to make this board for them the way they want it. And it's far from finished. There's gonna be many fucking redesigns or fucking of this board until it's ready to fit inside that Atari VCS. So these are all just my opinions, fellas. Okay. If you like or if you dislike, whatever, these are just my opinions, okay? Atari are awesome, always have been, in my opinion. Yeah, they don't shady shit, but every company fucking does shady shit. Companies delay their stuff. Companies are there to make money. Atari are no fucking difference, okay? So they're my opinions, okay? So thanks very much for watching if you're watching, and that's why I love Atari, their games. Awesome entertainment when I was a kid, a teenager, now an adult. And when my nephews come over, I can share that experience with them. And they actually prefer playing the old school Atari games than the new stuff. Okay, so they're my opinions. Okay, so thanks for watching if you're watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.